Welcome, everybody, aboard the Tabletop Express for a two-player playthrough of Robot Quest Arena. This is a game created by James McDonald, designed by Paul Waite and Rob Dougherty. And this is a review copy. I want to point that out right now. We were lucky enough to get a copy of this to show all of you.
Thank you, Wise Wizard Games.
Yes, thank you very much to Wise Wizard Games for that. In this game, we because we're doing the two-player version, I want to point out that both Ryan and I have two robots each.
Yeah.
So maybe if, as a start, you can explain your robot's abilities, because we each have some special abilities, and then I'll go through the general gameplay rules, which are pretty straightforward.
So in that green corner over there, it's Petrie and Jari. And whenever Petrie knocks out an enemy robot, it gains one red cube and draws a card.
Which is good because those are victory points.
The red's victory points?
Yeah. I'll explain it, but they're health on your board. But as you're attacking and knocking health off one, you're also getting victory from that as well.
And then Strider and Viola are in the opposite corner. Once per turn, you may pay 2 batteries to have Strider perform a 1 POW and 2 arrow attack,
which is pretty nice. Those are going to be the energy. So essentially, what you're going to be able to spend energy to do that. Which, as you go through the game, you're going to be able to get cards with more and more energy. I will point out my robots. I've got Pug and Rita. I'm a big fan of Pug and Rita. Pug spawns anywhere in the 9 spaces at the center board, which if you start your turn there, you're getting a victory point. So that's a good thing. That's a very nice thing. And in addition to that, I have Crate and Rolf here. It costs +1 move action. Normally it costs 2 move actions to push one of the robots. It costs +1 to push him. So it costs 3 to move me. And again, we'll get into the actions here, but I will note I also have a higher level of health.
Yeah, I see that.
So I have 7 health here, so it's a little bit harder to knock me out.
That's bizarre.
He's a strong guy, but he has no other, like, he doesn't have a strong attack, any attack bonuses.
We'll see how it goes.
So that is how those will play. Now, gameplay-wise, you're going to notice some cubes here on the board. These larger gems are essentially the equivalent of 5 of the red ones.
Okay.
So that's all that means. The blue ones are going to be worth more at the end as well, but the blue ones in particular are only really going to be used for the most part when someone gets knocked out, unless something else comes in that I'm unaware of. When someone gets knocked out, you get the blue.
Like the final blow?
Right. And then that person would be knocked out, and then when they return to the map, you're going to take a blue cube off as you do your health and create it. But if there's ever none in this section, the game is over.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that decides the end of the game. Now, on the board, what's happening is we have a set of cards, which I'm going to point out, and I'll shuffle shortly after, that consists of 8 batteries, a jump jet, which gets you 2 moves, and also allows you to jump over an obstacle. So as an example, say you used it here, you could move 1, 2.
Okay.
Because that's an obstacle it blocks.
There's no diagonal movement.
Yeah, you're normally not moving that direction, though attacks from a distance, if there are long distance attack moves that are able to do that.
Okay.
But you yourself aren't jumping like that.
But you can only move orthogonally?
Correct.
In this game?
Okay. Yeah. And then last but not least, that we're each starting with 1 hammer, which does 1 damage, but can only be done directly next to the opponent.
Okay. No range.
No range whatsoever with those.
Got it.
Now, in this game, we have a store over here. In the store, and as you can see, the board is called the shop deck here. The shop deck has 6 unique, and there's some of the same things in there. As you can see, there's 2 reprograms.
Yeah.
The cost in the top right on the card can be seen.
Yeah.
Those cards are going to be purchasable for energy. So again, energy moves, but energy is also your purchasing power.
Oh, okay.
In addition, you've got, and much like many deck builders, a consistent form that you can always tend to buy. That's the same type of thing. The rivet gun, which does essentially 2 damage, but has a range of 2.
Okay.
Which means if, for example, I was here, if this wasn't here, this blocks it. I believe I'll double check that, but you can see the ranged attack.
Okay.
That's an obstacle, so you're not in my line of sight.
Yeah.
I'd say you are not in my line of sight.
And when attacking with range, it does diagonals?
It does.
Okay.
But line of sight matters. Meaning,
okay,
as an example, say I wanted to attack you here,
yeah,
but this was here.
Yeah.
I couldn't attack this one.
Right.
Because line of sight is blocked. Obviously, that's probably, then it would probably just do something to whack you, with something else. The heavy hammer is one of the core ones, so I'll just mention it. That's an attack of 2 damage, but it's right next to it. And then there's the advanced battery that's +3 energy, which is nice.
Yeah.
There's other more powerful ones in here.
Okay.
But they're in this. Important in this game is the board movement. 1 energy, 1 movement. Pretty straightforward. If you want to bump someone, except for crate, as I've mentioned, it costs 2 movement.
Right.
To bump someone. Why do you want to bump someone? Well, you're here and you're able to bump me into the wall. No one's going to move, but you do 1 damage. So bumping is good. Say I was here, bump me. This is an obstacle that does not move. It's unlike these pieces, which are useful spots.
Yeah.
That would also do damage. So that's that part. Now I wanted to talk about one other thing here on the board, which is this is the standard setup that the game suggests. So I'll go from top to bottom here.
Yeah.
This is a remote terminal. At the start of your turn, if you are on this tile, you draw a card and then you can discard a card.
Okay.
So gives you a little bit more control of your deck. You have the solar farm. At the start of your turn, if you're on this tile, you gain an energy. So an extra energy on your turn. And again, there's a customization factor with the board that you totally could do here.
Yeah.
We are just doing a standard. This, the repair pad. If you start your turn here, you're going to gain 1 victory point and be able to repair 1. So you're going to add a health back to your robot.
When you gain victory points, where are they stored?
Anywhere next to your board.
Okay.
Just put them to the side. There's no specific spot. You just don't want to get them mixed up with your health per se, but as long as you don't do that, you're fine.
Okay.
You know what I was doing? I was just using the little cups, like the little.
I can put on our face.
You could put on the face too.
Yeah.
I was using the other when I just test this out at home. The little the cupcake cup thing.
Oh, okay.
The walls. They're just walls. They're obstacles that block movement and line of sight. So that's critical for the range factor.
Got it.
So you can't just at the start of the game, hypothetically, get here and then attack someone in their corner. And then last, but definitely not least, is this. This is incredibly helpful. At the start of your turn, if you're on this turn, you may scrap a card in your hand. So you can get rid of some of your stuff.
So it's trashing.
It's trashing.
What's this spot?
That is a good question. That are attacks. Whenever you enter this tile, you take 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
So you could, but when you're
I can push someone.
Right, it's valuable to be in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
But if I'm fighting to get somewhere and I'm here and then I get bumped, it doesn't matter. As soon as you enter this tile, that's the difference.
Okay.
And that is essentially gameplay.
So I need to ask them. We each have 2 robots.
Correct.
Is this a team version of this game now, or is this just going to be kind of free for all?
So we are playing as a team in the sense of I am controlling the Pug and Rita and Crate and Rolf. I'm controlling them. You're controlling these 2. So these two robots in this case will be a team.
Okay.
When we are playing our cards, because it's a 2-player game, what's going to happen is if I was to draw a card and do something, say I just used, say I wanted to use this card, Tackle, which says knock the targeted robot back 1 space. I have to declare which robot's doing it. Okay. That's the difference.
So on my turn, am I divvying out my actions across both robots?
You can divvy up across both actions. You don't have to do just one robot.
All right.
Movement can apply to both, but you have to declare which robot is doing it.
Okay.
And that is the way that is how I read the rules. The exact definition, just so people know, in the actual book, the way they describe it, they basically say three things. Each player gets 2 player boards at the start and controls their robot with a single deck. So we are operating off of a single deck. Your energy and moves are shared between robots.
Yeah.
So that is why I refer to it as we get to move both. When you play a card, you can play it for one of the robots, not both. But on your turn, it does not mean you can't move both robots.
And endgame victory is what? The pool of
the game is going to end your victory points at the end.
No, but is it the shared points across both
Correct.
robots? Okay.
Yeah, when you collect your victory points in this case, just put them in one pool.
Okay.
You don't need to worry too much about
who's getting what.
Who's getting what? Yeah. So that would be that. And then other than that, I'm going to keep up as a reference just in case there's any questions again on these.
Yeah.
The book is here with us, but that's the gameplay. Pretty straightforward from a deck building perspective. This is definitely.
Who goes first?
I
placed first.
You placed first, so I guess I should because I have Pug here in the middle.
Yeah.
I am gonna just actually let you go first, just because
it's
a nice advantage to start with Pug there, and I
draw 5.
Draw 5.
When I purchase a card, does it go into my discard pile?
Goes right on top of your discard pile. Yes.
Okay. It doesn't go on my deck.
It does not go on top of your deck. Fairly, I guess say standard deck building. Most. And that is the gameplay. This one, by the time we drop this, I believe will still be on GameFound for the larger. But again, that will not be for long at the time that we drop this.
Yeah.
For the larger package. Everything.
Okay. So I have 5 energy. So let's see how we're going to do this. This one you have to discard a card and then draw.
Discard a card again and draw. That's why.
Or draw and then discard. I think it's draw and then discard.
But you have to start on that turn.
Oh, right.
It's not just landing there, and that's the important clarification. It's about starting on that spot.
Yeah. This one lets you trash.
Correct.
This one again was
at the solar farm's gonna be energy. That's energy. That's why it's like a solar panel.
Oh, bonus energy. This is the one that lets you draw and discard.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you do want to get, and that's why I think what's interesting, and there are additional tiles in this game that we're not using. There's 3 other tiles in this game.
All right, let's purchase. I'll spend 2 to purchase overclock.
Now, important, immediately we will replace. So you will maybe have a choice that interests you as Rocket Punch comes into the game, with the ability that you may scrap a card in your hand and add its cost, if any, to this attack.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna take that too.
Yeah, it's pretty. So it could change your mind because you're drawing immediately. And now there's.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Yes.
So I draw 5.
And now you're gonna draw 5 up.
Oh wait. No, that's it.
Yeah. And just to note, as we do from time to time, our patrons were, of course, also invited to our recording of this as well. One of the benefits that we certainly like to give out to them. Mm-hmm. So I have a few options here. I'm going to play 4 batteries to start. So 4 energy is on the table. I think I'm just going to pick up with the 2 a heavy hammer.
Oh, you gain a victory point too.
Yes, I do gain a victory point. That is the one advantage of Pug always being there. I'm going to take the heavy hammer and put it into my discard. So this will be for my discard to start, since technically I'm just using these still. Then I'm going to go ahead. I want to keep Pug there for now, but I have Crate here. And I think what Crate is going to do is use Jump Jets, which allows him to go 2 spaces, 1, 2. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to use a battery to go 1 more. And then I'm going to use my last energy to get this Pneumonic Piston, which is going to allow me to draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right. I'm up. And let's see. Let's do Strider. Let's do Strider and Viola first. So I'll give 2 movement. 1, 2. And then we're going to go 1. So I'm at 2 range right now. Is that correct?
You are at 2 range because around the circle and around the circle.
Okay. But I could also just go 2, 3.
Correct.
Would I get a victory point at the start of my turn?
At the start of your next turn, you'll get a victory point at this point.
I will hit you with 1.
Oh, and you have hit Pug, which means you get victory.
Cool.
So, all right.
And then shuffle my.
And you will shuffle up, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a little victory point here. And again, once all these blue ones are gone, game ends. I think what I'm going to do first and foremost, I'm going to spend 2, discard the 2 to buy an advanced battery.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a nice move. Because, by the way, I started here.
Yeah.
I also can scrap.
Oh, right.
So I'm scrapping a +1 energy because
Mm-hmm.
I want to get those down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to use the hammer to punch you.
Okay.
So I'm punching you with Pug.
You get your victory point for the start of the turn, too?
I did that already. So I'm going to take that victory point. And then I got 1 more, and I think I'm going to take this because it's kind of cheap, but it's cheap and I can afford it. Let's take Tackle. And Dash has replaced it +1 move.
Draw a card.
And draw a card. That's kind of nice.
All right. My go?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take a victory point. So I'm going to go pew with Strider and Viola. Spend 2 to deal 1 damage to you. So 1 damage is done to Pug.
1 more damage to Pug? Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want to take it for myself.
And then I'll move 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, nice.
That's it.
And so you've landed on the solar farm.
So next turn I get +1 energy.
Yeah, you're going to get +1 energy there. I'm starting here, so I'm going to get a victory point. I also did not move him, so I'm going to scrap.
Right.
But I don't actually know that I want to scrap any of these, so I'm not actually going to scrap anything. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards because I need to do something here. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to discard my hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to discard 1 battery. My next card that I'm going to play is going to be Heavy Hammer.
Okay.
Which is a punch to you.
Okay.
But you're taking 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yes.
Here you go.
I'm going to actually replace these out with a nice big nugget. Then I'm going to... It's not going to get you out of here, but let's knock you back. So I punched you, do 1 damage, and I knock you back.
Okay.
So I'll take...
Oh, another punch?
Yeah. I believe those are worth 5 or 10. I'll double check what the cost, but they're worth a little bit more, those blue ones. And now I have some extra energy. I have 4 energy to spend. I have an advanced battery and a battery.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I think what I am going to do, that's 4. Is there anything in here that's worth it? I think I want to kind of want to get another one of these. But I kind of want to move. Because I want to move 1, 2.
Mm.
And I can split up my movement, I think. So I'm going to do 1, 2. And then I'm going to move. Oh, I don't want to go next to you, though.
Mm.
That would be stupid. 1, 2. I'm just going to confirm on the movement, by the way, just to make sure, because you asked that question earlier, and I definitely don't want to goof that up. And just to confirm, moving your robot one space straight up, left, down, right. Yeah, cool. That was accurate. And that's my turn.
All right. Let's see if I'm doing this right. First, I get +1 energy, so I'll just remember that somehow. Oh, and I get a victory point for starting here.
Yes, you do.
All right. So we're gonna rocket punch.
Oh no.
You're at 2 away, and this is a range of 3. You may scrap a card in your hand and add its cost, if any, to the attacks.
2, 3. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about this guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 away. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's make Trash's overclock. Okay. So it's gonna be a 3 attack. So 3 damage kills you.
Oh, knock them out.
Right?
Yep. And he's knocked out, so we're gonna take him off the board.
And then whenever Petrie knocks out an enemy robot, gain 1 red cube.
Oh, nice.
And draw a card.
Well, that's pretty nasty.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, the way they describe range, some attack cards have a range symbol. Line of sight is the big thing. And the way they actually describe it, just to give everyone the actual words on this, range can attack an enemy robot and it even has a visual display here in it. In a range that is within range, a ring around your robot as far out as the number on the symbol. Meaning, ring, ring, ring.
Oh, rings. Okay.
Yeah, so these are the rings.
Yeah.
Ring 1, ring 2, ring 3. Which
is
why that worked.
We're gonna do jump jets, and you're gonna go there.
Oh man,
I still got 3 + 1 energy to spend.
That's nice.
So I will spend 2 energy to shoot your Crate and Rolf in the face. So I'm gonna take 1 red cube from Crate and Rolf.
Oh.
And I have 2 energy remaining. So let's buy dash and call it a day.
Okay.
I think that was a good turn.
Yeah, and essentially turn structure, start of turn, respawn, main phase, end of phase, and then the cleanup phase, which...
How much are the blue cubes worth?
The blue cubes? Let me confirm that for everyone, because I know they are worth more. So let's see how much. End of game. Blue cube is worth 2 points.
Okay, cool.
So the red cubes, so it's a little bit more, but it's, all right. I have nothing that's happening here based on starting stuff. I do have this person here that I get to put back in and respawn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna respawn right here. And with that, I'm gonna spend 2 to bump you out. Okay. Then I'm going to use 2 energy here to get this dash card, because I've had my eye on that. Then I'm going to use.
What's funny is it's not the same dash card.
I know 1 plus what movie.
No, because I have the other dash.
I know.
Card was just there.
I know it just happened to come back out. And then jump jets +2 move. I think what I'm going to do is 1, 2. Okay. And that is all I can do on this turn. You didn't give me much to work with after that last knockout.
I'll take it. All right, my go.
And by the way, just so everyone knows, I refill this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah.
So now there are 5 cubes left.
Right.
That amount will change based on player count of the game.
Yeah.
If there's a thing in the book for that.
So I could punch you close range here, or no. Orthogonal. The rings don't matter. Right.
The rings don't matter. You could do a range attack.
Yeah.
But you cannot do a close attack.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's do the dash for +1. Do I have to do the move immediately?
If you're playing the card, you're assigning it to.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I have to take a victory point.
Oh yeah, because you're in the middle.
And it's supposed to be draw a card and discard 1, so that's good. I'll move there. Okay. So it's 1. Let's do
for posterity's sake. I gotta grab a.
Let's do rocket punch, and I'll trash my hammer. And we're going to shoot Pug again.
Oh yeah, because you got, is that a range of 2 or 3? Oh, that's the range of
3.
3. Ah, Pug. That's only 1 damage though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll use 1 move to go here. I'm going to use 1 battery to purchase Pit Stop.
And the new one out is Grappling Clamp, which pulls a targeted robot to the space next to you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So there's some that push away and some that pull towards.
And I will do Reprogram. Okay.
And I like the immediate replace part here just because, oh, I do like
Boomerang?
Yeah, it return this card to your hand if you knock out a robot with it. Yeah. It's kind of nice. You can boom, boom.
Yeah.
All
right, I'm set.
And I see why you moved away from me. Because that guy's health is kind of low.
Yeah. You're going to start with 2.
Yes.
Victory points.
2 victory points to start. I got to draw up 4 more cards. I think what I am going to do.
I'm going to trade in. Those gems are worth 5, right?
Yes. Right. Those are worth 5.
Putting in 10 cubes and getting 2 gems.
So dash is kind of nice. I got a +1 move with that. That's kind of cool. I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to do... This is nice because it's...
You say this.
+1 move. So I get to move. Mm-hmm. But I also get to draw a card.
Mm.
So let me draw the card. Now, I'm in a great spot next to you. So I think what I'm going to do is have attack this guy a little bit. Let's first do Demonic Piston, which does 1 damage to you. Okay. So I will take that. But that also has me to draw 2 cards and discard 1. So that's my discard, draw 2 cards and discard 2.
That's good. Lets you cycle through that deck.
Yeah. Okay. Which is exactly what I like that. Then I'm going to play Tackle. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to knock you back 1. Okay. Plus it does damage 1.
Okay. Damage 1.
Then I am going to... Ooh, what do I want to do with that? I'm going to move... I think I'm going to do... Oh, I think I will do this. I'm going to do Jump Jets to move 2. Mm. Then I'm going to play 2 to bump you. Okay. And I'm going to bump you. I don't want you on that spot. All right. And that's my turn.
All right. So I get a victory point?
Yes. I'm glad they put these bigger pieces in just to...
Let's use 2 of these for Strider to shoot Pug. So give me a cube.
Yep. And just so you know, I thought I only had 5 in here. I didn't have 5, so I reshuffled it to draw 5 again because I saw what they were, so I wanted to be fair with it.
Okay. I'll move 1 with this guy. I'll use Jump Jets to move there.
Oh, man.
And then I have 1 battery to purchase another Reprogram.
Well, you're right between me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm between me.
You're up.
Okay. So first things first, I started on the top one, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the... what do we call that one? What's its technical name?
Get your victory point, too.
Yeah, I get my victory point. But the one I'm on here, just so it's easy, is the remote terminal. Around you can draw a card and discard a card. So I draw a card, and I'm going to discard this battery here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So next move I'm going to do is going to be the heavy hammer.
Okay.
The heavy hammer does 2 damage to this guy.
2 damage.
And then let's have some fun with a hammer. You're done. You are knocked out, so you may remove yourself from the board.
Does it respawn the same?
You will respawn on any of the outside starting spots.
Okay.
And again, we could customize the board however we want to build the battle. This is just the standard, so makes the most sense. I'm going to then use, looking at the board here, I think I'm going to, that boomerang and me are friends. I want this boomerang. And then, and it does pretty good damage. It's a range of 3, and it does 2 damage. And then I got the 1 battery left. I could get tackled. These are actually nice down here. We haven't dug into too much, but they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do 1, and I'm going to move. That's you, yeah. I'm going to move right here, just so I'm not directly there. And that was my turn.
All right. So, did you do this ability?
I did that at the start. Yes, just draw a card and discard a card.
I take 1 cube. I will launch out here.
And make sure you refill your health.
Yeah.
So that's...
Take this and 4 reds.
There's 4 blue cubes left.
All right. Help me understand this iconography with the pit stop card.
Okay.
My understanding, it looks like I gain 1 victory point, 2 energy, and 3 health.
Yeah, that is wow.
But the thing is, like, it only costs 1.
It might be one or the other. Let me double check that one. Yeah, no, let me double check that. That is a great question. The pit stop card you said?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a specific reference to it, but I'm just going to go to the symbols.
I mean, so far the iconography's been pretty clear.
Yes, I agree.
I would imagine if there were like
slashes, normally it says
sometimes
or.
it says or.
Yeah, that doesn't say.
I think it's everything.
Yeah.
So, boom, 2 energy.
Yeah.
3 health.
Yeah. I mean, the iconography so far.
Is this block? This is not blocking.
That's not blocking. No, it's just
tax on the floor.
The only thing they're blocking are these things,
yeah.
Which is why I feel like it'd be really cool to customize the board with them in some different spots. Yeah. But
all right, I'm gonna use jump jets, and I'm actually gonna move here.
But keep in mind,
I can move 2.
I will say, I don't think it's necessarily overpowered though either, because you getting more health is just more than all the more I can knock you.
Yeah.
So it's not like you being knocked out. You being knocked out could help you in the long run at a certain point. So I think that's the difference is damage is getting me points.
I have 4 purchase. I'm going to use 2 of them to attack Pug with this guy.
With the 3 ring one? Yeah.
So give me a help, Pug.
Pug, yeah. Pug is... I told you that's the weakness of Pug. He moves around so quick. He's light, but he...
and then I'm going to take 3D printing.
I will replace 3D printing with Rev Motors. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Nice. I do like these work through your deck quickly cards. Because one of my first thoughts when I started playing this was like, well, there's only one spot to, scrap.
Yeah.
But they've made it so you can work through.
You're up.
All right. I am going to draw 5 cards. Because I didn't do that. All right. Crate is sitting here.
And take a victory point.
Yeah, 1 victory point. I'll take it. So let me do... I gotta get...
Color up. 5 and taking gem.
Okay. I'm going to do... This is interesting choice here. I think what I'm going to do is jump jets, which allows me to go from here to here. So Pug is right next to Big Red there.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Red's going to have some fun. So we're going to do this first. Punch you with my pneumatic piston.
Okay.
Which allows me to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards.
Take that.
I'm going to discard this. Let's get rid of this battery. And let's get rid of this hammer. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to boomerang. Now, boomerang is a range of 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Full range, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, my boomerang, nothing blocking it. Line of sight. Oh, technically, am I blocked?
Well, you could use this dude.
I could use him to attack.
Yeah.
So, that's the difference of the 2 versus the 3. Which I like in the 3 or 4s. Yeah. So, this guy. Boomerang is going to attack. It is going to do 2 damage to you.
Okay, so this one or this one?
I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Cancel that. Let me do it to him.
Yeah.
It makes more logical sense to do that, especially because I have tackle, which I'm going to have Pug do.
If I may, you may want to do tackle first. Because if you did tackle first, right, you do 1 damage.
I'm knocking him back.
And then the boomerang, you do 2 damage with.
Right.
So do it.
Either way, I'm doing it.
No, but boomerang's ability. Read the ability.
Oh, yes, you're right.
You return the
Great
cards,
point. Great point. So what Ryan is,
hand.
Yeah, what Ryan's pointing out is I do the tackle,
yeah,
which knocks you back.
Right.
But then I do boomerang. Boom, same amount of damage to the same guy, but I get it back into my hand.
Yeah, and you can play it again.
And now I'm going to play boomerang to do damage to you for 2.
Exactly.
Yes, thank you for the assist on that.
You're welcome.
It's a good lesson. I know it's for them, not for us, that you did that.
No, I would have done it for you too.
Yeah, I want to. I'm going to do this. Move 1, draw a card. I'm going to move him here, and I'm just going to draw a card. Advanced battery 3. And advanced battery of 3, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep strong here with the... There's some good stuff out there. I want to have a shot at some of it. So I'm going to get another advanced battery. And then I'm in.
Okay, so I come back.
So we're down to 3 blues.
Yeah. So I have right now 4... I have +1 energy with this dude.
Yes.
I'm going to come back through here. I'm going to do reprogram first. Move any robot up to 2 empty spaces without tiles or robots. So, boom, boom. I can move my own robot. So
yeah.
I'll spend 1 more to move right here. Actually, I don't need to spend it. I had the +1 there.
Yeah, you have the +1.
So, okay. So now I'm going to spend 2 energy, so 1 from this battery and 1 over here to shoot you, Pug.
Okay. Pug takes a hit.
Pug takes the hit.
There you go.
Now I'm going to do Rocket Punch with this guy and knock this out to hit Pug again.
You've knocked Pug out.
Yeah.
So Pug is out. I'm going to give you your blue.
Pug is out. You give me the blue. And I get an additional red cube because Petrie is the one that did
right.
it. And I'm drawing a card. That's annoying. I guess I could do it. I'll do a dash. So I'll move and draw a card. I will do 1 battery again to move here, and I'll spend my last battery to purchase tackle.
Okay. Tackle's a nice cheap one. Now these purple ones, just so everybody knows, are considered like the most expensive. Not most. They're like they've got some neat abilities on them.
Yeah.
They're not attack types, but they have really cool abilities. Like this system upgrade one, just so everybody knows, it just came in, is you may upgrade a card you may scrap a card in your hand if you do acquire a card that costs up to 3 energy more than the scrap card for 3.
So, yeah.
So get rid of a card plus get a card. That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to draw up to my 5 cards.
And Pug's coming back.
Pug is coming back. Before Pug comes back, I get a point for my 1 that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Pug is going to re-enter the arena. It makes sense for me to go right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
because it does.
And then
And
you gotta refill Pug up.
yeah, that's right. We're down to one blue, two blues, I should say. So again, game will end. I'm gonna do heavy hammer on you. That's gonna do 2 damage.
Did you gain your victory point from this guy?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
heavy damage. Heavy.
Pug is going to do heavy damage to Green.
Yes.
I do not believe I can do anything else to you, though.
I'll take it.
So what I am going to do is I'm going to play 1. Actually, you know what? I could take the hit there because the 4. I kind of. It's where we at in the game. If this was up early in the game, I might have wanted system upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure that that's the route now. I think what I'm actually going to do is spend 2 and get ground pound.
Okay.
Which deals damage to each enemy in a knock range.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I'm going to spend 2 more energy at the last of it. 1 to move away and 1 to move this one here. So
okay.
Separate them a little bit. I'm trying to avoid being knocked into here too as we play this. So.
I hear you.
Don't want to go take 2 damage just for being punched into a thing.
All right, my go?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take a cube. For starting there. And I get to draw a card and discard a card.
Yeah, that's right. You've owned that spot.
Okay. I'll do dash. Move 1, draw card. So I'll move and draw a card.
Again, for anyone who is watching this, we are playing with the base game only, just as a point of clarification. So everything you're seeing here is retail base game purchase.
Yeah. All right, let's do reprogram. So I'm just going to move forward 1 and just be done with it.
All right.
We are going to spend 2 energy, so 1 and 2 to shoot Pug.
All right, Pug takes a hit.
So it takes 1 hit.
There you go.
I will do the rocket punch now to Pug to deal 1 damage to Pug. And I'll trash this guy with it. And I'll use my 3D printing to acquire a card of 3 points or less for free. What acquire means it adds it to my discard pile.
Oh.
Or goes to my hand.
I think acquire. Hold on. Acquire. You may acquire cards for free. Is put in your discard pile.
Okay.
Yeah, the glossary in the back is very clear, thankfully.
All right.
Awesome.
That's my turn.
All right. I'm starting with 2 in, which is a good start. I am going to use a battery to move first and foremost. The question is, who do I want to hit? It's not much of a question. Pug's taking a beating anyways. Let's go right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are going to use... I think that'll work. Yes. I wish I had another way to do it. Okay. What I'm going to do now then is... Pneumatic piston. You're going to do 1 damage. Dead. You're knocked out, if I'm not mistaken. Then I get to draw 2 cards. Discard 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
With that, what I'm going to do is discard this. And this. Then for my next move, we are going to play dash. And we get to move up 1 and draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Play this to move up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I'm going to do boomerang, actually.
Okay.
Because boomerang should still be within range.
Mm-hmm.
So boomerang will hit you. That is 2 damage.
2 damage.
And then I'm actually going to go ahead, I think, move this guy right here.
Okay.
And that's that.
All right. So I get a victory point. And I'll just put this guy here. Oh, I need to take this. And I need to take
And we're done in 1 queue.
those.
So we're a knockout. We're 2 knockouts away, technically, from.
Oh, because it's whatever.
It's when someone goes to replenish if they can't get one.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
We don't play until there's 1 robot standing.
No. I mean, I'm sure you could, but that's not the official.
That'd be a drag.
I think that would drag, yeah. Because this plays fairly quickly, but I think that would be a little long.
Okay.
You could just play to elimination if you had enough robots. But not on this map. It's too small.
All right. Let's do reprogram. So that's going to be +1 energy and move up to 2. I'll do jump jets to move up to 2. You see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pushing you.
I know.
How much does that? Does 2 damage when I push you?
You push me 2 damage immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
So I have 1 energy here. I'm going to do a 2nd energy to shoot you for 1 with a pug.
Oh, no. I know what you're doing.
So now I'm going to do pit stop to gain 1 victory point, 2 energy, and 3 health. So really just 2 health because I can't max my health, I'm assuming. So I have 2 energy. It's only 2 energy to move.
Yep.
Right? It's 1 to move and then 1 to push.
Yeah, it's 2 energy to push someone. So yes, you just pushed me.
Okay.
I take 2 damage. You get that. I am knocked out. Pug is gone.
Yeah.
And that means on the refresh,
yeah.
I'm going to be down the last person
to
take from there. Well done.
I have 1 energy left.
Oh.
But I can't really use it for anything.
Should have moved Pug out of there. I was thinking about that when I left him there.
I will just move out of the way.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I'll split my forces.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind if you went there.
Sure. All right.
I have a card though to help me with that in here somewhere. All right. So let's first and foremost get me a point.
Oh, and I gotta get it. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Come back for a second.
Yes.
I need to draw a card. So I would have gotten +1 battery.
Okay.
So now I have 2 battery. So instead of moving, I'm going to stay there and I'm going to purchase overclock.
All good.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
And I gain a victory point. Did I do that already?
I'll allow you to take it, and then
we'll check
the greater YouTube gods can call out in the comments.
Because Petrie's abilities, when I knock out an enemy,
I don't believe you had done that. I don't believe you had done that. So,
all right.
If so, I'll call it out after the edit on any edit I do.
Pug, come on back.
Yeah, Pug's got to come back. So I've taken my victory point. I've respawned Pug. I don't know what I want to do with you, Pug. I mean, I know to some extent what I want. Pug's going to go over here. Pug, I'm putting Pug right back in the middle, but not right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do heavy hammer. Super heavy hammer. Let's have Crate attack him. And that's going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
Then I am going to spend 8 energy. I think I'm going to pick up a rotating hammers.
You're not going to get a chance to use it.
I'm not going to get a chance to. But what else am I going to do? Yeah. I may as well pick it up. I might get to use it.
You're not
There's.
gonna get a chance to use it.
Are you gonna knock someone out right now?
I'm gonna knock out Pug.
I figured.
My go?
Yeah.
All right. First I gotta get 2 of these.
Poor Pug. Everyone's beating up Pug.
All right. Well, it's easy target. So we're gonna reprogram, moving your robot up to 2 empty spaces. So you're gonna go right there.
Oh, use the what is it? The grappling?
No, the reprogram.
Oh, the reprogram. Oh, you move them for me.
Yeah. So that's 1 energy. Let's do 2 energy and do 1 damage to Pug.
Oh, 1. All right. This is where the end is. All right.
So it's gonna be now a rocket punch to Pug.
Oh boy.
Scrap this. It's +3 attack, so it's 4 damage.
Oh, then it's game.
Yeah, and I will do it this guy.
Yep.
So I will gain an additional victory point.
Yeah.
And I have one of these left. I don't know if that matters for anything. So whatever.
Okay. Well, so what has just happened is I cannot refresh.
Yeah.
Pug is knocked out. So end of game scoring, as a point of clarification, is going to work as follows. Just making sure there's no little nitty gritty things. We get to count the victory points. And that's it. So count up your points.
Okay.
25. All right.
Okay. I got 40.
35. Pretty close match.
Good game.
35. The final turn.
Yeah.
The 5 points on the final turn.
Yeah.
Took it. And yeah, so that is the 2-player version of Robot Quest Arena. Now, I'll point out, I have played it at 3, and it definitely is a little bit of a different experience in the sense of you're controlling the wand, and I feel like certain cards you're more likely maybe to deal with. You don't have line of sight.
Yeah.
Certain things like that because you're thinking about it in that way. But that what you just saw is the 2-player version, but the mechanics of the game, everything you saw here. So pretty straightforward, easy to teach game. This was your first time playing it, and
Full game.
Full game, since because we should know played it at PAX Unplugged.
Yes,
we got a demo of it at PAX Unplugged.
Cool.
But yeah, that is Robot Quest Arena, like we said. Wise Wizard Games, thank you for the copy. We'll certainly be playing this with the collective group and probably have a review at some point with our full thoughts.
Yeah.
Probably end of next month, I should say.
Maybe sooner.
Maybe sooner. Who knows? But yeah.
The shadow knows.
The shadow knows. But that was Robot Quest Arena. Thank you for checking it out. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. And other than that, thank you for coming aboard the Tabletop Express.
Bye, guys.